That is a much more. Oh, go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Well, aren't you glad that this isn't the thumbnail I was going to use?
I'm happy. I know this is, this could be interpreted any way, Tom, because these are two men roll each other. This could be anything. Like, if you didn't have wrestling here or anything, if you didn't know what wrestling was, you saw this, you'd be like, this is definitely a gay porn. This is a position we don't know nothing about. But in the gay community, this is very prominent.
I don't even know what you're alluding to because that does not look remotely arousing.
I don't know. I think Thatcher looks aroused. Dude has a calf fetish.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Oh,
check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
So much judgment in those eyes and everything.
Yeah, do you know what? Today there's a theme, and I think I think once I get to the main picture in question, where I'm questioning Marcus's sanity at this point, and I may have to inflict the mental health act. You will know.
Okay, but there's so much judgment in that picture. And I don't know. That might be the photo of the year for wrestling, right there. That might have to be just the way it looks. It's just everything about it is just like, the sweater, the Intercontinental title. It legitimized that Intercontinental title. I never considered that to be the real belt until that picture. That is now Big E's belt. So
once again, you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus the Grand Finale.
So how are you doing today, Marcus?
I'm fantastic. I thought the Civil War was going to begin yesterday. It did not. So I'm in a good mood. I was like, well, let's go fight the South. Here we go again. Nope. In a good mood. We're not fighting the South. Only thing we got good out of yesterday was Bernie Sanders just being miserable. Great photo. Great meme.
He also looked like he had to go to the post office. The man looked freezing cold. He was like, why the fuck have I got to be out here? Why can't we do this inside? Nobody's here.
He looked like a man waiting for his bus on a Sunday afternoon when the bus isn't running as fast. And he's just like, God damn, I missed that. He looked like a man who just watched that episode of AEW Dynamite and going, why did I watch that? Again!
Actually, yeah, the actual pose is actually an Eric pose when he was on the show last Thursday, where he folded his arms and looked like he was in trouble. You mean I got to sit in the corner, bitch?
Fine. Time out. Oh, man.
So, Marcus, do you want to get to today's sponsor?
Yes. Oh, let me get to read it. I totally forgot I was going to read. Let's see.
Are you going to do it better than you did on Tuesday?
Yes, always strive to do things better than what I did on Tuesday. Even before Tuesday happened, I wanted to strive to do better than Tuesday. Lesson for anybody and any motivation, be better than Tuesday. Okay? Be better than Monday as well. But don't have to work as hard. Go in Monday as Monday. But Tuesday you go hard, but always do better than that Tuesday.
That didn't even make any sense.
You don't have to. Because I'm about to make sense to you right now. The Untitled Manny and Marcus show is brought to you by our sponsor, B-Side Studios and Buzzing Cousins Podcast. This podcast will be hosted by both Chrissy Johnson and Teresa T. Bizzle Johnson live on the Facebook. T. Bizzle will bring her rock-solid broadcasting background to this uncensored podcast. T-Biz was one of the hosts of the historic Chicago's Girlfriend radio show, hosted by her, Alice Boswell, and Stephanie Evans from Intellectual Radio. Chrissy brings her gift of gab and unfiltered takes of what's going on in the world. Together, the ladies will tackle issues centering around women, mental health, beauty, fashion, and pop culture, among other things. Imagine this being a red table talk type red. No, it was going so good. Imagine this being a red table talk type show, but without entanglements. Or will it? Buzz's Cousin is set to premiere January 28th, 2021, 7 p.m. Central Time, live on both the Buzz's Cousins and B-Side Studios Facebook page. Both links can be found in the description below, or alternatively, you can contact Maurice D. Prophet for more details. Woo! I brought it into the red table. That's a tongue twister. The red table type talk show. Like, it's a tongue twister. And I couldn't get it out. But other than that, I thought I did better than Tuesday.
Well, apart from the screaming in the middle of it.
Yeah, that happens. That happens in anything I do.
Oh, no.
It's always screaming in the middle of it.
Maurice, we're sorry about that, but it happens.
It's really hard to read stuff, right? I'm out of practice. I haven't been in school in a while. No one's required me to read anything.
Reading out loud is difficult.
Reading is hard. One day I'm going to read it and use my finger to follow along. Haven't did that in a while.
So let's move into AEW. Let's start the show. It was -1's birthday. So we got the Dark Order and Adam Page versus the Hybrid 2 and Luther and Serpentico.
Manny, I didn't think I was going to say this on the show, but I'm going to say it and I got to be the one. I know we're going to get thumbs down and a lot of hate for it. Enough's enough. I know what I mean. I can't take... If I understand. Mr. Brody Lee has passed, and he has left behind his children, his wife, and it is heartbreaking. And I understand AEW wants to do the right thing, but I don't need. This just has to be the last time I see -1 on TV, right?
Well, that's the thing. I kind of thought they're almost at the stage where they're using them as like what's the word?
A prop.
Guilt trip props.
Guilt trip props. Or a ratings draw. I don't know, and I don't want to be the guy to say that. I don't want to be the guy, but I feel like they're overusing them. They're using them like they use Sting. They're just there. They have no purpose to be there that week, but they're there every single week. And you know what? I respect that they want to keep him involved and keep giving the family money and all that, but I can't take seeing him hit another wrestler with a kendo stick.
Yeah.
Serpentico deserves better. I don't care enough about Serpentico, to be honest, but I didn't need this segment.
Yeah,
intrigued. Yeah, go ahead.
So the Dark Order win, and then at the end of the match, Hangman doesn't join the Dark Order as with groups in the past, it hasn't worked with him.
But you know what? I enjoyed as much as I was like, I don't want to see Brody's son and be reminded, yeah, he's dead and all this and stuff. And the birthday cake and all that, and whatever was supposed to go on with that table, if it was supposed to break or not, and a million spots in this match that all looked planned and choreographed and missed. Like no one caught anybody right, and everything looked horrible. But I did enjoy the proposal of Hangman Page joining the Dark Order. I wanted to see him actually join the group, and the fact that he didn't, and they had the celebration and yes, confetti, and then all the Dark Order guys were coming out the tunnel. That made me laugh, and I was entertained by that. That's a positive of the show.
So what didn't make me laugh was the next segment, which was Darby Allin and Sting. Sting sees a lot of himself in Darby Allin and congratulates him for being TNT champion before he is interrupted by Taz. Taz wants to take the fight to the streets, and it sounds like Darby accepts this challenge. Oh man, I don't even want to see this match.
Cinematic match on the way, guys. Cinematic match on the way with Sting. And they're going to advertise that Sting's first match and everything, and you got to go see it. No. They advertise this segment as Sting congratulates Darby Allin. They have no reason to be out there. Sting had no reason to be out there. Ah,
And then we move on to the next segment with, I believe, Marvez hiding in a bush.
yes, yeah.
with a camera crew, and then the Young Bucks appear.
At Kenny's house.
At Kenny's house, they're let in by Michael Nakazawa, and then I'm not going to address the thing first. I'm going to do it after this segment. But Matt Jackson's acting is like a basic bitch, still crying about last week, much like the sulking he did when they kicked out Hangman from the Elite.
Yes, it's worse. Well, no, that may have been worse, but I just feel like he's the worst. Like, I know who gets a lot of shit for their not being charisma-less, and that is Ricochet. I feel like Ricochet will be able to do. He looks like The Rock compared to Matt Jackson. He has no charisma, no acting chops, and he is the most unbelievable person in the ring. His acting is less believable than his kicks or his flips in the ring. Nick Jackson was acting circles around him, and he wasn't good either.
Yeah, and then they continue to play the dissension angle around by claiming Kenny isn't there, and he is very busy, and Kenny has changed his number.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Don Callis then gives them a check to compensate them for the lack of Kenny's friendship, and Don states they are holding him back. Probably true.
Yeah, and here's the thing about the check. Like when I think Matt Jackson, I made this last week. That doesn't make you likable. Whatever that check was, whenever somebody say I made that last week, this does not make them likable. It's cool when Ric Flair does some shit like that, or a good heel, but with Matt Jackson, who I believe we're supposed to be sympathetic to over evil Kenny Omega, who's been, and you know, Matt Jackson was also threatening Marvez and stuff. I don't even know what they're going with their character.
Lucha Dog says Kenny was dressed like a Batman villain.
He was. In the 70s.
No, he was dressed like a bandana.
He was dressed like a Miami Vice villain, to be honest. Like, I'm going to say this. I know I'm jumping ahead because we haven't seen Kenny on the show yet. Kenny has the look. He looked great as the heel Kenny. It's just everything around him. Like, him and Callis works. It's the Bucks that do not work in his storyline at all.
Matt Jackson still dresses like a middle-aged lesbian. But the thing that now needs to be addressed. So I did not know of this painting.
No.
I woke up to a image similar to this painting.
Oh, yeah, because you hadn't seen it yet, huh?
No.
I didn't think about it. Yeah. But just to let you know, Manny, I had this in my house for a long time.
This is the last thing I wanted to see at 8 in the morning. And I would like to play with the listeners, spot the difference. So on the left there, we've got Kenny Omega and Don Callis.
Manny, you look ripped.
Why are you licking your lips in that picture?
I don't know. Honestly, I just took it from the show.
The worst part is you photoshopped your headphones into this, yet you leave mine out and then make me look weirder.
For some reason, your headphones and your background would stay in. It wouldn't stay in it. It wouldn't stay in it. So I said, "Fuck it! If I'm taking them out, and you just are gonna have a big head and it's going like that, no headphones." I didn't even realize I still have the headphones on mine to each other.
Why are you look? The other question is, why are you licking your lips, and why did you commission this painting, Marcus?
Well, I thought, to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of our show, I thought this would be a perfect photo for us.
Oh,
this
much like how Kenny's birthday is in October, you just decided you decided to get the gift early. I guess.
Yeah. For a show this good that gets this many views, we deserve to get the show. We deserve to have a birthday gift and celebrate our birthday whatever the hell we damn well want to. I'm just saying. By the way, this photo is of Kenny and Cal really made me laugh because I was just like, what the hell?
Why are they so tanned?
I don't know. To me, it's so much. And Callis is not that ripped. What is that the concern? It's why are they so tan? It's an oil painting. Like, I swear Callis is in blackface. That's why it was easy for me. I did nothing to my face other than change the lighting. I honestly didn't change it. I was like, whoa, it's the right skin color. Jesus Christ. But this photo actually triggered some people on the internet. Some of the forums on there was like, oh man, it's so gay. And I'm like, grow up. It's 2021. If you're still homophobic in 2021, get the fuck out. Get out of here. Grow up. That was some good heel shit.
You read that comment?
You damn right. Maybe that was me and Manny's random heel turn. That's what we're going to show up. Hey, you guys are lucky. That was almost a thumbnail. Okay, so whenever you were going to click this, somebody could have walked in the room and saw you click that.
No, I actually think me leaving it on screen for longer than it should have been is worse than...
Yeah, but, I thought the segment was... it was okay. I thought him taking the cameraman, putting him in the dungeon, but leaving the camera in there was a little contrived. But that's wrestling shit. That's wrestling shit. And I'll let that go.
And I just want to point out, Montez Red Cup has struck again.
Oh.
However, when we speak about views, I'm going to take it back. Manny isn't a fool. He is a genius with that clickbait. And
was
why?
that with this clickbait or?
And why? Because the previous episode did 150 views, just with our regular Raw Tuesday clickbait of Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss.
We're going into the men, the women, or whoever in those clickbaits. People who go, ooh, that's Randy Orton. Ooh, he's in a mask. Ooh, that's Alexa Bliss. Ooh, she's on that swing. Little role play here. That's what we're going for in our clickbait. Next one, that picture. Saturday show is going to be that oil painting.
No, I'm not giving Eric this. He has to make his own thumbnail. He's back, which means it's all his own production.
Yes, the podcast is back, and the production will be better than ever. I can't wait to see this week's thumbnail. Just the logo from 2006.
The blue logo. He's not even going to use the black logo. He's going to use the blue logo.
Yeah, I told you 2006, 2007 maybe logo.
So Peter Avalon versus Cody Rhodes. I don't know why this took longer than it should have. Jade Cargill comes out to distract Cody, who had already had the match won. Yeah, like within 2 seconds of the beginning of this match, and then Avalon kicks Cody in the balls.
Can I pause and say Jade Cargill is when you're running and goes really bad? It's like, I'm gonna cost him the match. You know how wrestlers do this all the time. Full kayfabe up. Wrestlers cost wrestlers matches all the time and come out mid-match. Her plan was probably to come out mid-match, but realized the match was over. Was like, oh shit! I gotta go out early, and still didn't work.
Then this turned into an okay but very basic match. Avalon slaps
It wasn't okay. It wasn't. The time. Go ahead.
So Avalon slaps Cody in the face whilst in the figure four, and then before Cody retaliates, he taps out like a clear pussy.
But I just don't know how we got to this point. And I think, was Cody selling a leg injury from whatever Avalon did, or was he really hurt?
He was selling a leg injury, but
yeah. Number one thing. Go ahead. Go. Are you moving on?
I was going to move on, so carry on.
All right. The number one thing I got for this segment is that, one, Cody, what the hell are you doing? You have horrible taste. You get the neck tattoo. Then you keep putting Brandy in matches. That has nothing to do with anything. But and last, you changed your theme song, which was a fan favorite. To me, a better song than Judas. I love to go, whoa, whenever it goes, whoa. I don't need you to think you're the new Sasha Banks and have Snoop Dogg rapping on your track because you can't do what Sasha do. Sasha can't even do what she do with the Snoop Dogg track.
But yes,
But
y'all.
it worked. Yes, y'all. I'm a dog, y'all. Me and Cody and Rhodes saw y'all. We saw y'all. Ha, y'all. Ha,
So-
y'all. I don't know why I turned to Busta Rhymes, but...
So, John Moxley versus Riker without the racism.
I thought it was Elias without the racism.
Elias isn't a racist.
I'm calling Elias a racist just because he with Jackson Riker.
What did I write in his notes?
I don't know, but the dude
Oh
was
wait,
like...
John
like-
Moxley. John Moxley states all Kenny has done by bringing the Bullet Club together means more bodies to drop, essentially.
Yep. He gonna have to lay all those busters down and let his gat explode. I like the big dude. The hairy Bruiser Brody kind of wild barbarian looking guy. I thought there was something there you could do with him. Don't know what. But I feel like he could fit somewhere. I can make money on that guy.
Really?
No, probably not. But I can use him. He seems like a good muscle man. Like you just have a muscle dude, a throwback character. I don't know.
So we get Lance Archer approaching. Why is
Eddie
his
Kingston?
name's Eddie Kingston? But thing is, I didn't write it in my notes. The only thing I wrote in the notes was Jake the Snake dresses like a slumlord.
Honestly, Eddie Kingston said what he said, and Les Archer, they're gonna have a match. I don't want that. But as they stated, he lost to Pac. If you can't beat Pac, you can't beat Les Archer. I'm sorry. That's just the way it works. And the fact that Les Archer's only sentence is everybody dies, and he's just stating that fact. Please do something to work out the version. Everybody dies. Yeah! But let me clarify that. Everything dies. Please don't come at me with no bullshit like this.
So we move.
Say something real.
So we move into Top Flight and Matt Sydal versus Private Party and Matt Hardy, who is wearing a "The Truth is the Truth" shirt, which sounds like a Trump conspiracy shirt.
I have no idea what this shirt was about. I'm assuming it's his shirt, but go away, Matt Hardy. Go away. Please go away forever. I'm done. Go take care of your kids, your family. Just go away.
I don't see. Thinking back at this, I don't think the match was all right, and I wrote the match was all right.
It was not all right. It was not.
So Cassidy hits one of Top Flight with a chair as Mark Quinn picks up the win. Mark Quinn has bitch tits.
Yo, yes. I'm glad you know it's the same thing because I almost forgot. They're 100%, and I was going, those are some nice titties. Ah! It's a man. It's a man.
And then Matt Hardy hits multiple twist of fates at the end of the match. It's just pointless. It's a pointless heel turn.
No, let me tell you how bad. Let me tell you how bad this match was. The finish to me was so bad because simple fact. Throughout the match, people are running through in and out the ring. JR is pissed as usual. Everybody not following the referee. I was like, what the hell? There was the tag. Matt Hardy was distracting the ref because the ref finally decided to tell Matt Hardy he is not allowed in the ring. After not telling anybody that they were not allowed to ring the entire match, which led to them hitting somebody with a chair, which led to a heel turn, which led to Mark Quinn almost killing himself in a shooting star press because his foot hits the top rope on his way down. And I think he may have even injured himself because he held his knee while they were celebrating. He was like, oh, fuck.
Now, Lucha Doc's saying some mad stuff in the chat.
Like what?
Big Money Matt works for him.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It's not consistent.
Not sure if this match was worse than the Lucha Party versus Imperium.
I like that match.
That match was better than this.
At least it had psychology.
It had some structure to it.
this match just seemed like it was just people jumping around, and I remember there was one in which I believe it was Matt Sydal jumped for a hot tag, and he tags one of the Flight Brothers, and they both jump in and attack somebody. How do you get a double hot tag? And I just go like, what is to me? And then the Private Party heel turn. It just seems like they were built as babyface to join Matt. It was just, everything's happening a million miles a second. They could have just title turned the first week. It would have been not as blatant as this. This just seems like, what? Like, you can accuse WWE of booking week to week, which they do, or hour to hour, or minute to minute, whatever the hell Vince does.
Well, you can accuse that of Raw. You can't accuse that really of SmackDown or NXT.
Okay, fair point. But you can't go in there and say this was a long-term plan of what they originally wanted to do with Matt Hardy and the Private Party. That this hasn't been the last 3 weeks.
Hey man,
week.
if this is what Matt wants to do, if this is what Matt wants to do with creative control,
especially after when they show up on Impact and they're good guys on that show. And they're fighting the Good Brothers, who are a known heel gang affiliated with Kenny Omega. God, none of it makes sense.
So we move on to legit Leyla Hirsch versus Penelope Ford. Miro was dressed as a hype beast version of Jake the Snake. Or
fantastic. It's 100%
it's
accurate.
True. It's
It
true.
is 100% accurate.
You throw a Gucci label on what Jake the Snake was wearing. That'd be 100% what Miro was wearing, and then or he looked like Nico's cousin from GTA 4.
Yeah.
Hey, cousin.
Okay. For the record, the one thing I've liked about Miro in AEW are his outfits and the way he wears them. It's just the character doesn't work for me. Like I watched Operation Odessa. He reminds me of the person. It's a documentary about people trying to sell a submarine to drug cartel or whatever. Whatever the case. And there's a guy, one of the main characters named Tarzan, and he's completely just like Miro. But they're different, in which Tarzan, who is funny and has a joke, but Miro has no direction whatsoever. Now he's a slave master of some kind in this hype beast outfit. And this match was absolutely terrible. I can't stand that 4'11" Leyla Hirsch. I don't think she's bad. I just think Penelope Ford isn't good enough to make her look good.
I've called you in the chat Marcus the Grand Fool Gnarly. Because I'm not a fool this week. Today.
You are the fool. You're going to transfer me to the fool before the end of the show.
Nope, because you're the one that commissioned a weird painting of the two of us.
Hey. If a motherfucker's going to give me a 2-for-1 discount, I'm going to take it.
Penelope Ford won this match. Didn't think nothing of this match, to be honest. It mainly seemed focused on what everyone else was doing outside of the ring, besides the women in the ring. And then Miro forces Chuck to say he's Miro's best friend now.
And Orc actually walks away sad? I don't even understand what that means. He's clearly being coerced. I don't even understand what this story is about. Why are we doing this? Are you trying to tell me whatever Rusev was doing is worse than whatever Miro's doing today? And I can't say no. Rusev was in the highest rated wrestling segment in the past 20 years. Miro is just thrown together being someone's flunky and best man while also owning slaves.
Yep, that's happening. So I've got this as the inner circle nonsense. Towards the beginning of the night, MJF believes his interview in the back with Chris Jericho. They believe that MJF believes the match will bring more dissension with the team, while Jericho believes it will bring them closer together. The match was so to me.
Is this the match right now?
Yeah, they were tagging, so they followed some form of rules. But it was all over the place, and I got really confused who was meant to be in the ring and everything.
Yeah, and people did whatever they want. To me, the match failed to tell me the story that these guys are one faction and that they're a team, because immediately right off the bat they were swinging on each other. Yeah, like it was no like, I feel like in other wrestling matches, whether it's WCW or WWE, if a tag team partner's got a fight of some kind in some tournament, there's this little filling out process. They go through some regular wrestling holds. They stare each other out until somebody finally does like a chop. And he goes, well, motherfucker, we want to do this? And they go back and forth. And then you're like, it builds into that. This just was like, fuck you, Jericho, from Sammy Guevara. Jericho, I'm grabbing my bat. Like, Hager is booting everybody and beating them up. And the wrong team won.
Yeah, so the match finally comes to an end as MJF pins Sammy with a handful of tights. But I don't get what was going on when they went off the air. When they were going off the air, they plugged Cody's show. However, they all went, I don't know what's going on. Well, you know what's going on if you listen to the storytelling. That these two were going to be the main team of the Inner Circle.
Yeah, I don't know why this is happening. Where does this go from here? No, it's MJF and Jericho. That's the team. I don't know. I don't know why it's supposed to be an event. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel about this match. Why am I supposed to care who's the main tag team in the group? Why should I care? Yeah, I see no reason. Like, this should have ended with them being attacked because they do pull aparts and attacks all night anyway. I know we skipped over the FTR Jurassic Express segment in whatever room that was in the red room.
Marcus, I've tried to skip out a lot of stuff that happened on this show, to be honest.
Oh no, Shaq responds to Cody next week, though.
Oh, yay!
God, the card looked bad from the start of the show, and it didn't look any better as it was going on. Like, I had no interest in this show whatsoever.
Let's move over to NXT.
Ding dong! Bailey can't even cheer me up right now. That show was that bad.
Bailey Instagram story hinted that she was at NXT last night.
Yeah. Bailey's a liar. She's a liar. And I bet you that brought more views than NXT.
It didn't.
Because I was waiting for Bailey to make her appearance. When Beth was on the stage with all the women in there, I thought Bailey was going to go, ding dong, excuse me. I'm in this tournament too. And it's like, you don't have a partner? We don't have a spot for that. I beat all you people.
So,
but that didn't happen.
So Beth Brinnick brought her ass to work for the first time in a long time.
She did. And they made a big deal over it. Oh, she's actually here.
So we kick off the night with Kushida and Leon Ruff versus Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory. The Way. Kushida's hot tag sequence was a sight to see. Like before he did all the initial stupidness in the ring, but then he did a weird, incredible sequence leading to him being outside the ring with Johnny Gargano. Insane.
Yeah, Kushida's amazing. He's underutilized, but I don't think they know what to do with somebody. He really needs a manager just to talk for him. Yeah,
and then I called out AEW a couple of weeks ago with Phoenix shoulder being up. I don't think Johnny Gargano's shoulder was down when Kushida hit that bridging Northern Lights-like suplex.
Really?
Yeah, because it looked a bit up, and the camera didn't really help it.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I thought he just got it.
Because
I could be wrong.
I think at one point Gargano's arm was behind his back, which immediately raises the arm a bit.
Oh, okay. So, fail pin. But I didn't know that happened because I was thinking that wasn't the finish. I didn't believe that was the way was going to lose. I didn't think they were losing.
Well, this was a night of upsets, and I didn't like it.
I understood the booking of why the Gargano and them lost, because now Gargano got to cost Ruff and Kushida in the next round.
Yeah, it looks like that. And then we get an incredible Pete Dunne video package of him being compared to Finn Balor. Very good.
Yeah. Well done. Just him talking in the shadows, talking about how we're always on the course, and I always knew I was going to have to go through you. Just well done. Good job.
I don't understand why Karrion Kross at this point is still having squash matches.
He has nothing to do.
Yeah, as he takes on Ashante the Adonis, which he just Sato suplexes him all over the ring, and then he takes out Desmond Troy. I mean, as a receipt as well.
Yes, Manny. Not only did he take them out, he ruined their Dusty Classic hopes. They announced later that they will not be in the Dusty Classic anymore due to what happened in this match. And I go, oh shit. No.
They were gonna lose anyway.
I know, but you never want to take nobody's dreams. But it had me going like, ooh, who's the other tag team? Who's the other tag team? Who's replacing them? Please be someone good.
And so we get a Who is MSK video package. I didn't get it. I think it's like I'm getting older and I just don't understand teams like this.
So I guess they started with the Borat impersonations.
Yeah, very
And
nice.
then they were talking. Yeah. They didn't tell me who MSK was because I only wanted one answer. What does MSK stand for? Someone posted it stands for Marijuana Smoking Kids. Is that confirmed? Is that confirmed? Because I thought they were going to say that on NXT. And I was going to say, they're going to say that. And then they kind of do it. I was fine with it. It was probably it's the best video package they did for a tag team in WWE in a long time. And that's not really saying much because WWE does not like tag teams.
Yeah. So we move into the Lucha House Party versus Imperium. Do you know the feed of NXT I had the commentators talking through the commercial break, but like not following the match? And so the first commercial break, you have them laughing. So you got Vic Joseph and Beth Phoenix laughing at Wade Barrett because he was unable to tell apart the members of the Lucha House Party, where he said, this is why I believe people shouldn't wear masks.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you got their messed up feed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed this match a lot. And I enjoyed the end and the curiosity of Wolf showing up at the end.
Yeah, so we've made a comparison to this to the 6-man tag match. And
Okay.
but this followed a reasonable amount of nonsense. Because the referee still looked like he was in some form of control when you got towards the end of it.
Yeah, like they have control. Like every tag match, the referee loses control. But it's still the levels of losing control and the peak of the match of when you're losing control. Like in AEW, you lose control in the first 10 seconds of a match. Like even before the match starts, the ref doesn't have control because he just rings the bell when they're fighting on the outside.
Yeah.
Like in this one, they had a match. It broke down. It fell apart or whatever. You know, all hell breaks loose. There's dives and stuff everywhere and whatnot. The referee doesn't lose control, but then it seemed like he gets back into control. Like people go back into their corner and, you know, things start making sense again. And that's what, you know, I like in my tag team matches. Just, yeah, you can fall apart and, you know, some rules can be messed with, but as long as the referee is enforcing it earlier and just goes like, oh, it's too much. Like, you can see the overwhelming. Like, the match overwhelmed him at that point.
Yeah, and then, so I didn't actually see the Lucha House Party beating Imperium, but they did.
They did, yeah. I didn't see it either.
Upset number 2 of the night.
Manny, I'm going to ask this. Is the Lucha House Party on the rise?
Well, they seem to be doing everything recently. working every show, getting cruiserweight title shots, getting wins over the Miz.
Yeah, like, it seems like they have a little bit of momentum. It's kind of like the Knicks in the NBA. Eventually, it's going to fall apart. But right now, they are doing
we
solid work.
They're
doing solid work.
We don't mention that team ever on this podcast, ever again.
But the Knicks?
Yes, we don't mention them.
I thought that was your team.
Yes, but we don't mention them.
They're doing well, Manny. They're doing well. Better than expected.
No, it's still a car crash waiting to happen. So we look at the bracket.
Yep.
So obviously Ashante the Adonis and Desmond Troy are out. So the only thing for me is there's going to have to be another 205 team in there.
No. I think they're going to go big. I got the Indus coming out of retirement.
Oh, no. They ain't 205. They can't wrestle there.
It has nothing to do with 205. It has nothing to do with 205.
No, because they're doing round 2 next week.
Yeah.
So it has to be done this Friday on 205.
You are right. Who you got? Who's left on that roster? Kurt Stallion's busy.
The only person on that roster I know about is Tony Nese.
Well, Jack Gallagher used to be out there, and you know.
Unless they throw. Wait, Breezango's already out, aren't they?
Yep. Is it going to be the Brian Kendrick and it might be what's his name? Mansoor.
With who?
Mansoor. I'm going to put him with D. Brian Kendrick for no reason. I have no reason other than to throw them in there. I would like to hope that we get a surprise tag team on there of any kind.
Oh yeah, you would hope so.
But I feel bad for Ashante the Adonis and Desmond Troy.
They were going to lose anyway.
I was looking forward to that.
Wait, that is actually the loser. That was the loser part of the bracket. Because anyone could have won. So we move over to the women's bracket.
Yes.
Where
There's some names in here.
yeah, where we get the newly acquired Gigi Dolan and Cora Jade.
Yep.
Going against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
And then I can tell you who's winning that one.
Yeah. And then Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon versus Marina Shafir. And the new tag team partner is Zoe Stark. Because the one that looks like a crackhead is clearly out.
Yeah.
Apparently she's injured, but I did not know that.
Who? Which one? Zoe Stark?
No. Who was Marina Shafir?
Oh, yeah. You mean Jessamine Duke?
Yeah, Jessamine Duke.
Is injured. Yeah, I was like, oh, one of them were injured. And I was like, no. Oh, yep. I'm assuming she's injured. But they're clearly not getting through Shotzi and Ember Moon.
I'm telling you now, if Casey, Catanzaro, and Kaden Carr end up defeating Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, this tournament's trash.
So wait, you're saying Aaliyah and Jessica Mann cannot defeat Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez?
Raquel Gonzalez can destroy both of those with her leg on. With her knees, being on her knees, she can't use her legs.
So what you're telling me is you don't believe in the KC Express. You don't believe in them.
I don't want to believe in them.
They got to that first round. We thought they were dog food going against Mercedes and Tony. But EO fucked that up for everybody.
Yeah, EO ruined that. And then we don't get to see Tony for a few weeks now.
It's outrageous. And it's not her fault. It's Mercedes and her jumping into other people's business.
As the Lucha went, Tony Storm was looking thicker than humidity last night. I don't even know what that means. Is that a saying?
It is. And you know what? I can confirm that is a well saying and 100% accurate at this point. So with Raquel, I got my finals now. Now the KC Express fucked up my brackets. Not really too much. I got Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez versus Shotzi and Ember as my final.
Yeah, it looks like that. But I do not want Ember winning that thing either.
I think they're gonna give it to Ember. I think they gotta give Shotzi and Ember something.
No, they gotta give Raquel something.
Raquel's gonna be champion.
Raquel needs a title shot.
Raquel's gonna turn on Dakota, and that's what's gonna cost them.
No, don't know. I like them two together.
You know what's happening. It's the WWE law. If you like a team together and you like one more than the other, just a little bit, maybe even less, it doesn't matter. Someone has to go.
So Finn storms into Regal's office, says he wants Pete Dunne, but he says he will take out the Britain Brawlers beforehand. But Regal states he can't take him out alone. He needs a partner. Finn said the old Finn had friends. The new one don't.
Aww. Sounds so sad. The way you said it. The old friend had friends. The new one don't. Oh. Just walks off into the darkness.
He later busts into the Undisputed locker room, who all three look like they've been caught doing something.
I swear to God, they were shooting dice. They were shooting dice illegally. Gambling. Pick up the money. We're about to shoot it. They're about to shoot.
And then he asked Kyle if he's in, and Kyle said he is.
How romantic. Finn does have a friend. But, oh my God, there was something I wanted to bring up. By the way, the fact that Finn Balor wants to take on the tag team champions and not compete for any title whatsoever. Not talking about their belts. So I beat them up so I can fight Pete Dunne. And this is the champion. He wants to fight the other guy. This shows the disrespect. I know AEW, I gave him shit for having a bracket tournament and rankings for their tag team tournament, but at least they have a structured tag team division. There is nothing in NXT that says we have tag teams, even though they're doing a tag team classic.
I'm mad that they're not even involving Pete. What is his name? Pat McAfee. I'm mad that they're not even including Pat McAfee. I would go to his podcast set and fuck shit up.
He has nothing to do with this. This is what he left behind.
That's his boys.
No, he ain't boy. They lost. He paid them to be boys. He ain't paying them no more. They're just together now.
And then we move into Bronson Reed versus Tyler Rust. Malcolm Bivens wasn't happy with that Rust going to that meeting with Regal without him and got this match with Reed, which I like the whole whispering, yet the camera can still hear you.
Yeah, the microphone's still there. That's not the route I wanted to go with this. And I was like, yes, what are you doing? You're dead.
And obviously Bronson destroys him, and Malcolm looks like he's going to be handling all meetings going forward.
I feel like Bivens is going to turn on heel for Swerve Scott, and I have no reason why to believe that.
Then we move in.
Shit.
Did you have an opinion on this? I have no opinion on this.
Oh, what? Oh, the Bronson Reed and
Because
Russ?
Bronson Reed looked like he was having some momentum, and then I think he got hurt, and then it's all crushed.
Yeah, it was like COVID and injured, and then it's like, I still think he, has a little bit behind him. It's just he doesn't need to be on this roster.
Yeah,
He's too big to play with these kids here now. He is a 6th grader. They are 2nd graders. He should not be playing with them.
Surprisingly, he also wrestles like a real big man, which is rare for the big men in WWE.
As I said, Damian Priest is the Baron Corbin that Vince always wanted. Bronson Reed is the Keith Lee he's always wanted.
So we get to the fight pit. So through the night, we've had weigh-ins. The referee checking on these two. They have a fight during weigh-in.
We should have just did the doctor check because he wasn't physically cleared to fight last time. I don't care what he weighs. He's clearly... What could he have weighed that said, maybe we should call this off? Thatcher's at 310 pounds. Just a gut hanging over.
And then they've changed the fight pit from the last time.
They did.
It's off to the side. There's no door, which put me off because I didn't quite like them fighting at the top. It didn't make sense.
I did not like the start of this match at all.
But once it got back, once they went to commercial break and it was all down in the pit, it actually turned into a really good match. Thatcher wins by submission, and I think I really enjoyed this a little bit better than the first one because do you know the first one it had that momentum killer when
Kurt Angle showed up?
Kurt Angle was dealing with Thatcher's lost teeth.
I was okay with the lost teeth part with Kurt Angle and him holding his teeth. That was better to me than them fighting above the structure. I did not get behind that. Although I think we're gonna have a more detailed review this week coming out.
Oh, are we?
Are we still doing this? Are we still doing this? I thought we agreed we're gonna do Fight Pit review, but we could change it.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize. I forgot.
But with that being said, it was okay. I didn't like it as much as the last one. Spoiler alert for the next episode. But who knows? I want to go back and rewatch it, and it's gonna be on the network. There's not gonna be any commercial breaks or anything, and I'd be like, oh, it works better. But it was solid. Did you believe that the ring was harder than a normal ring? Because Wade Barrett tried to say this isn't a normal ring. This is a normal mat. This mat is harder than concrete right now. This is a different mat that we use. And I was like,
no.
I guess we're trying to sell. It sounded the same. It sounded the same. Looked the same. Wade. This looked like Wall Underground.
No, it did sound a little bit different, but it seemed like it was because it was closer to the floor, whereas like you get that echo of the ring because it's a bit higher.
Yeah, maybe. But I didn't believe Wade Barrett at all.
I don't believe Wade half the time.
How could they get up after they just give so much punishment? They seemed all right.
There was so much going. There's so much going on. I didn't think either show was that good this week, but
No.
AEW was worse. But like this show was a bit.
It was just a solid show. I don't think, for me, I don't know if NXT can have a bad show. I don't think it's in their DNA to have a bad show. Then I'm going like, this is shitty. But this was probably as average as it can get.
Yeah, I think it was an average show. Obviously, the other one, AEW, was way worse because it didn't seem like it had any kind of direction.
No. They shit the bed with everything. Everything pissed me off about this show. The tag team tournament they're going to have, or the tag team battle royal determined number one contenders when the private party goes to go fight on Impact. I don't understand that, which I don't know.
The thing with AEW
The
this
women's
week,
tournament.
the thing with AEW this week, I would have restructured it a little bit differently, and it may have ended well with Kenny Omega and the Goons jumping Penta before they should have ended with the champion. They shouldn't have ended with the Inner Circle because the Inner Circle's not funny.
Yeah, but I don't understand why Penta got jumped. Like, in the story structure, it had no reason to jump Penta other than to set up the match. That Penta wasn't going to be in the match. It was going to be Mox, Ray Phoenix, and Pac instead.
Yeah.
For their match. And I was like, I don't understand why that happened. But here's a question I was going to ask you, and Eric as well. What do you think hurts more? Taking your boot off and grinding it into somebody's eye, or leaving the boot on and then grinding it into their eye? What do you think works better? That's what Kenny did to Penta.
Grinding it. If taking the boot off and grinding it, you can get more torque. Whereas, like, if you kick it, I kick it and then push it in. I feel
like the kick hurts more. Because you get that, yeah! That leg muscle in there, that full leg muscle into the eye. But taking the boot out is more accurate when you grind it in yourself.
Maurice agrees, taking the boot off.
Taking the boot off and just going like, ugh. I don't know. I feel like the kick will hurt more. I feel like kicking somebody in the eye would be like, fuck! You right in my eye? Instead of, I'm going to grind this boot to the eye surgically. I'm sure it's a steel toe boot.
I feel like grinding, especially because you can get more torque by then putting your leg across their chest and then driving it.
Well, guys, tune in for our special episode where we do Mythbusters in wrestling. What hurts more, grinding a boot to somebody's eye or kicking that person in said eye? But again, I enjoyed Kenny Omega throughout the show, being like, what do you mean? Who hit you, Don? Who hit you? What happened? It was the Young Bucks. Oh, I didn't want to say back in the day, did I kill him? I enjoyed that aspect. Kenny is fine. Kenny was the only person I liked in this show.
See, Maurice goes, I think you generate more power and pressure with grinding with your hand. With your boot in your hand.
We start a poll. Someone out there. If we had a big enough fan base, a poll would be worth it. I'm thinking. But if you kick, though, I feel like you can push the eye all the way back into their skull.
Yeah, but that's it. You've done the kick, and then you can't do anything else. You can't carry on forcing that. It's not like a knee.
Oh, true. Well, I think it all hurts like hell. We should ask Penta. By the way, again, I'm really happy. 2020 has brought us a lot of things, but eye attacks has continued in 2021. Eye attacks have continued.
Yeah, speaking about the second eye attack of 2020, the Seth Rollins of Rey Mysterio, when he shoved his head onto that steel step onto the point, way more damage if he threw him into it or kicked him onto it.
Well, in that case, I think adrenaline would have kicked in and Ray wouldn't have felt the eye going into the skull if you kick him. But by popping it out, by using it as like a bottle, using his eye like it's a Coke bottle, and you're just trying to open it, I feel like that hurts hell of a lot more. So maybe you want an argument on that point.
I already won the argument because Maurice is the only one in the chat agreeing with me. 2-1.
Fine. You can have it. We're gonna post this up on the show. We're gonna have to ask the same question to Eric, and he's gonna be the definitive answer. And because he's anti AEW, I believe he's gonna side with me.
So once
He's gonna be
again,
like, no, it's stupid. Kenny went with the grind. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And work himself up.
so once again, the show was brought to you by our sponsor, Maurice and B-Side Studios and the Buzz and Cousins podcast.
Yes. Oh, am I supposed to do the read?
No, we just
No, just silence.
We do the read at the beginning of the show where the bulk of the people who stay with us see the read.
Oh yeah, the average time is like 8 seconds. Again, if we did the oil painting, they would have stayed longer and be like, they're gonna get down to it.
No, because we don't get many women looking at this show.
Yeah, Manny, we don't. But we will increase our man demographic. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna get to taking that sweater off any minute now." See, he still has his headphones on. In the image with his shirt off, you can see he clearly took his headphones off. They're gonna wait for your pick, and they're like, "Oh, Marcus is already there in the t-shirt. I can't wait."
So I honestly thought it was the 28th today, not the 21st, and I wrote the date on these overlays today, about 2 hours ago, yet still thinking today was the 28th, and I was going to say watch the Buzzing Cousins or listen to the Buzzing Cousins podcast on the links on below later today, but there isn't. That's next week.
Your excitement, Manny, your excitement has got to you.
Because they're talking about entanglement, and I want entanglement.
Manny lives and dies by the entanglement. If we were a tag team, we would be called entanglement. Oh man.
So that is the end of the show. Send emails into thesharpshooters@gmail.com, and Eric will read them out this Saturday.
Yes.
Send
Also,
loads. Send loads.
Loads of emails. Tons of them. Make that man read. I bet you he hasn't read since we left, even though he is posting pictures of books. I know he ain't read them. He just look at the words and go, I read through this one. Goes the book. Just look at the words.
Well, given how he uses words, I'm not sure he knows how to read properly.
No. I asked him, Eric, how'd you read a book? It was a text message. He wrote R-E-D. I read the book. No, you don't paint it red. You can't paint a book red. That's not how it works. You read. You read, not red.
And on that note, I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
Marcus the Grand Finale.
And you've been watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus Show. Peace.
Oh, for the record, man, you do look like what you call from FDR. Cash Wheeler.
Yeah.
You look like.
I still don't understand why you're licking your lips in that picture.
I was licking my lips on the video. I don't know. I literally just started the video, paused it, took a screenshot so I can get that picture.
Like at any point you could have taken like the good angles of us during this show, during any point of the show. Yet you've decided to take the worst angles of both of us. You telling me when Don Callis took the photo of the picture he wanted to have that oil painting made, that he didn't take the best pictures? Look at that, Kenny Omega. He looked like he'd been punched in the face, but he still looks good.
They literally look like they've been working on cars all day, and then they're about to go home and have some great sex. That's what they're about to do. And why am I looking at it? Why do I get the crotch arrow? Like they're literally pulling down their pants.
Why am I bigger than you?
You're closer, that's why. You're closer. And the reason is because it's the Manny and Marcus show. You have to be Manny up front, and I have to be Marcus behind. There was logic that went into this, damn it.
No, there wasn't.
Okay, it wasn't. I only took 2 seconds and realized I even did it. Because you were on the left of the video when I did it, and I was on the right. That's why it happened, okay?
This might be the last show we ever do.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to pull us down.
No one's going to watch this.
I'm sure they're going to pull us down, man. They're going to treat us like Trump. Ah, much better. Much better. You see, I couldn't Photoshop us some Billy Kay pictures because I just ruined the picture.
No, realistically, you need to Photoshop us on the original picture of this one.
Yeah, yeah. But then I got to turn them black. Like, they got to get some skin color. Like, I would have to be Michael Cole in this case. You would be Corey Graves.
Yeah, but I feel like you can cheat on the Corey Graves one. Whereas Michael Cole, all you have to do is color the hands.
Or do I give myself white hands? It's something I've always wanted. I want to be a black man with white hands, damn it. I wanted Pau Gasol's hands because he had the soft touch. That's why I wanted. Yeah, that should be that. Maybe that'll be my next assignment. I gotta give myself. We'll be in this photo for sure.
Oh god. So you've been watching the show. Have a good evening, everyone. Have a good day. See you on Saturday. Peace.